Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite or Might. I am Michael Cole here with Tony Schiavone and with Taz. And today on Dynamite or Might, we are going to see the TWF YouTube winnings will be on stake when Arrow takes on Johnny Nargato here today on Dynamite or Might, Michael Cole says. You're right about that, Michael, Tony Schiavone says. We're going to see Johnny Nargato, sometimes known as Johnny Wrestling, take on Arrow for the TWF YouTube winnings. And you should know that Johnny Nargato got his nickname from a football player called Johnny Football. Yeah, you're right about that, Taz says. That is true. And we all know that the TWF YouTube winnings is nothing more than the AEW TNT winnings strap with a new name on it. That's all we know it is, Taz says. And somehow Johnny Nargato ended up being the next one to win it. I mean, it went to being Brody Lee, Luke Gallows, Billy Lee, Luke Harper, then Bo Peep, and to Omos, and then to Johnny Nargato, then Mora, to Johnny Nargato again. So who is it going to be this time? Well, Michael Cole say here comes Johnny Nargato, or Johnny Wrestling in the ring. The TWF YouTube fighter, Michael Cole says. That's right, Tony Schiavone said. In the ring right now, we got the TWF YouTube fighter, Johnny Nargato in the ring. Taz says, I don't like him. I never really liked Johnny Nargato. I think he would have done well in AEW, but WWE somehow got him back for his 2-4 run. And here's Arrow in the ring. Johnny Nargato, I know that you have done a lot of stuff, and you have been in skilled wrestling for some time. And a lot of folks might know you for being the former WWE NXT Tag Team fighter with Tommaso Ciampa, the former 3-time WWE NXT North New World fighter, the former WWE NXT Heavyweight fighter, all your times on NXT, and your first run in WWE. Then you came out to WWE for your 2-4 run and put on Raw. And I'm here to tell you, I'm going to take the TWF YouTube winnings away from you. I'm going to be the new TWF YouTube fighter, and it is going to be what it's going to be. Arrow, I got a lot of onlook for you. Not since you're a Discovery, Warner Brothers, DC self, but a lot of onlook for you for what you do as a good doer. When I say you're an over good doer, I don't know. But I do have a lot. But at the end of the day, if you think you're going to be so smooth to take my winnings away from me, then you got another guest coming. Well, this is for the TWF YouTube winnings. First, he is from Discovery, Warner Brothers, DC, Arrow. And he is the TWF YouTube fighter, Johnny Nargato. And Johnny Nargato taking down Arrow with his kick. Arrow's being taken down here, folks. We didn't get to see Arrow in the keenly loudness at all, Michael Cole says. But Johnny Nargato's putting those elbows down to him. No, we did not get to see Johnny Nargato or Johnny Wrestling in the keenly loudness, Tony Schiavone says. But we do know that Arrow did beat Mora and did end up beating, Adam Page to have the right to fight Johnny Nargato for the TWF YouTube winnings. You know what, Taz says? I never really liked Johnny Nargato. And everybody was a good man. I mean, alright, he's a good wrestler, good fighter and all, but I never really liked him that well. And Taz says, why would TWF even have a YouTube winnings? Taz says, yeah, that's like asking why AEW has the AEW TNT winnings and AEW TBS winnings for having 2 shows on their folk work. You know, Johnny Gargano getting beat up right now. And Taz says, why does the TWF have a YouTube winnings? Taz says, well, that would be like asking why AEW had the TNT winnings and the TBS winnings, Michael Cole said. Making 2 winnings for 2 folk works they got their Farseer shows on. You know? Well, Arrow right now is, and I don't know why, but they have one. It is what it is. Arrow's got the upside on Johnny Gargano right now, Tony Schiavone says. Yes, he has, Michael Cole said. Right until Arrow went back first into that ring steeple. Johnny Gargano with the elbow, with that foot. Right to Arrow, who's in a bind right now. Michael Cole says, well, will Johnny Gargano beat Arrow and keep the TWF YouTube winnings? Tony Schiavone said. We'll have to see. Well, I don't know, Taz said, if they will or they will not. Johnny Go coming up again. Oh, Arrow took him down with a sidewalk slam. The sidewalk slam, Michael Cole said, from Arrow to Johnny Gargano. You're right. Will that be enough for Arrow to beat Johnny Gargano? Tony Schiavone said. Will that be enough? Michael Cole said. They get a new TWF YouTube fighter. I don't know, Taz said. It'll take a lot to beat Arrow. It'll take a lot to beat Johnny Gargano. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. And the new TWF YouTube fighter, Arrow. Well, Arrow is the new TWF YouTube fighter. And he helps Johnny Gargano up and they shake hands. And Johnny Gargano gets out of the ring, if I'm saying his kid name right. Michael Cole says. And now Arrow's in the ring now. I think he's got something to say, Michael Cole says. Well, I sure hope so, Tony Schiavone said. He's the new TWF YouTube fighter, Michael Cole says. He beat Johnny Gargano, or Johnny Wrestling, Michael Cole said. Yes, he did, Tony Schiavone said. He beat Johnny Gargano, or Johnny Wrestling, whatever you call him. You know, we don't really know what Johnny Football thinks about the whole thing. I don't know, Taz says. Arrow, he doesn't really have, he doesn't have that being cool to be the TWF YouTube fighter. Alright, so yeah, he is a Discovery, Warner Brothers, DC self. I'll give you that. He's a good doer over good doer. A follower of the one bonds of good. I'll give you that. I just don't like him. Well, here comes Gorilla Monsoon now. Alright, Arrow. You've only been in the TWF since last year. And you haven't really had too many matches. And somehow, some way, you're now the TWF YouTube fighter. Oh, Gorilla Monsoon. Yeah. I've been in the TWF since last year. Only started having matches towards the end of last year. Starting having matches this year. And I know that everybody's going to be coming at me. And I know that I'm going to have my head going back and forth. But I'm going to tell everyone, I have onlook for Johnny Gargano or Johnny Wrestling, whatever you want to call him. I mean, he's a skilled fighter, he's a skilled wrestler, he's a skilled overstar. And at the end of the day, if he wants to have another match or another fight for the TWF YouTube winnings, he knows I'll give it to him. Well, we do know Gorilla Monsoon said you've been having a hang-up with Adam Cole, the former WWE NXT Tag Team Fighter, the former WNXT North New World Fighter, the former WNXT Heavyweight Fighter, and former ROH Heavyweight Fighter. Yeah, I've had a hang-up with Adam Cole. Doesn't know how good he has it. This is a man who truly hasn't done, that much. I mean, alright, so he did some stuff when he was in MLW, and the NWA, and GS, PWG, And yeah, he may have done some great things when he was in ROH. And yeah, he did wonderful when he was in WWE, but when he went to AEW, he didn't really do anything there. Yeah, just being an underling to Kenny Omega, Matt Buck, and Nick Buck, and Kyle O'Reilly and Buddy Fish showing up, just to bullshit everyone. But at the end of the day, he didn't truly do anything. So, at the end of the day, if Adam Cole still thinks that he's man enough and he wants to have a match with me or fight with me, instead of hitting me from behind or striking me from behind like a weakling, then he knows where he can look. He knows where he can seek me then. Well, I just want to say, Gorilla Monsoon says, good luck to you. Good work for you becoming the TWF YouTube fighter. Well, that's my talk with Arrow. Back to you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Arrow here today on Dynamite or Might. And that's all the time we got here for Dynamite or Might. I am Michael Cole for Tony Schiavone and Taz. We hope you like Dynamite or Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact on XSTV or Smash and Inside Farseer.